Built nearly a millennium ago by a civilization now lost to time, Angkor Wat remains the largest religious structure ever created by humanity. But how was such astonishing architecture achieved without modern technology, and why did this thriving city suddenly vanish, reclaimed by the jungle? This is Drift Off 2, where we bring calm stories for curious minds. In the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, the seeds of one of history's most powerful civilizations took root, the Khmer Empire. Emerging around the 9th century, the Khmer people established their dominion under the visionary leadership of King Jayavarman II, who proclaimed himself a God King, merging spiritual and political power in a concept known as the Devaraja, or God King cult. This divine kingship ideology was the foundation upon which Khmer rulers would build their legitimacy and grandeur. Jayavarman II's proclamation on Mount Kulin in 802 AD marked the symbolic birth of the empire. From that moment, a series of powerful monarchs expanded their reach through diplomacy, warfare, and infrastructural innovation. As the empire flourished, it established a capital at Angkor, turning the region into the beating heart of Southeast Asia. The Khmer Empire was deeply influenced by Indian civilization, drawing upon Sanskrit language, Hindu deities, and architectural principles. Temples were not merely places of worship, but cosmic representations of the universe, designed to mirror Mount Meru, the mythical home of the gods. By the 11th century, the Khmer had grown into a formidable force, dominating vast swaths of land stretching across modern-day Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. The empire's economy was powered by a sophisticated system of rice cultivation, supported by vast reservoirs and canals. This hydraulic engineering allowed the population to grow and cities to flourish. Then came King Suryavarman II, a ruler both ambitious and devout. His reign marked the golden age of Khmer cultural and political power. It was under his directive that Angkor Wat was conceived and built, intended to serve as a funerary temple, dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu, and to Suryavarman himself as a deity. The temple's grandeur, symmetry, and cosmological symbolism reflected not only spiritual devotion, but also the king's desire for eternal legacy. Angkor Wat was not just the pinnacle of Khmer architecture, it was a statement to the world. The gods had blessed this land, and their divine representative sat on its throne. Standing at the heart of Angkor Wat, one is immediately struck by its sheer scale and harmony. Spanning over 400 acres, the complex is designed with stunning symmetry and cosmic symbolism. At its center rises the iconic five-towered temple, representing the 5 peaks of Mount Meru, surrounded by vast moats symbolizing the cosmic ocean. The construction of Angkor Wat is a marvel in itself. Built primarily from sandstone blocks, each weighing up to 1.5 tons, the materials were quarried from a site over 50 kilometers away. These blocks were transported by rafts and elephants, then meticulously carved and assembled without the use of mortar. One of the most remarkable features is the temple's alignment with celestial bodies. Angkor Wat is oriented westward, an unusual choice for a Hindu temple, which has led scholars to suggest its primary function as a funerary site. The temple's axis aligns with the spring equinox, and the central tower is believed to have marked the sun's position on that day. Every inch of Angkor Wat is rich in symbolism and storytelling. Its bas-reliefs stretch for nearly a kilometer and depict epic tales from Hindu mythology, including scenes from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. One of the most famous panels, the churning of the ocean of milk, illustrates the creation of the universe, a powerful metaphor for both divine order and royal legitimacy. The artistry is intricate. Delicate carvings of apsaras, celestial dancers, grace the walls in hundreds of poses, each figure unique. These carvings were not merely decorative. They conveyed religious messages and reflected the spiritual ideals of Khmer society. Even today, modern architects and historians are stunned by the precision of its layout and the complexity of its construction. Laser scanning has revealed the layout follows advanced mathematical principles, such as sacred geometry and fractal-like proportions, linking spiritual philosophy with engineering mastery. When compared to other wonders of the ancient world, such as the Great Pyramids of Egypt or Machu Picchu, Angkor Wat holds its own as a triumph of vision, labor, and legacy. It was not simply built to house the gods, it was built to emulate the universe itself. While Angkor Wat stands as a sacred monument, it was once the heart of a vibrant city. Life in Angkor was bustling, spiritual, and sophisticated. Home to hundreds of thousands of people, the surrounding metropolis supported artisans, priests, soldiers, farmers, and the royal court, all under the divine rule of the king. Society was hierarchical, with the king and high priests at the top, followed by nobles, bureaucrats, and skilled workers. Religion permeated every aspect of daily life. Temples weren't isolated sanctuaries, but active centers of worship, learning, and administration. The Khmer people were deeply agrarian. Life revolved around the rice fields that surrounded the capital. Ingenious hydraulic engineering, including berets, massive reservoirs, and a network of canals, allowed them to harness monsoon rains and sustain large-scale agriculture year-round. This not only fed the massive population, but also supported religious ceremonies and royal festivals. Markets thrived with trade goods such as spices, ceramics, textiles, and bronze tools. Roads radiated from Angkor, connecting the capital with other provinces and foreign kingdoms. Diplomacy and commerce extended Khmer influence as far as China and India. Women played important roles in society, often depicted in temple carvings as dancers, royalty, and spiritual figures. Inscriptions suggest they held property and occasionally served in courtly roles. The city was alive with festivals, rituals, and spiritual observances. Music and dance, particularly the sacred Apsara dance, were essential expressions of cultural identity and spiritual devotion. These performances were offerings to the gods and political affirmations of royal power. Despite the grandeur, life for commoners was grounded in routine, farming, family, prayer. Yet the collective effort of the population, guided by divine kings, made Angkor one of the most impressive cities in the ancient world, a city where the heavens and earth were believed to meet. The fall of Angkor is one of the most puzzling mysteries in ancient history. After centuries of prosperity, the great city began to decline by the 14th and 15th centuries, its monuments slowly swallowed by creeping jungle. But what caused such a powerful empire to fade into obscurity? Several theories have emerged, and the truth may lie in a combination of factors. Environmental shifts likely played a central role. Studies of sediment cores and tree rings indicate prolonged droughts, followed by catastrophic monsoons. This erratic climate would have severely disrupted the elaborate water management systems essential to agriculture and daily life. Political instability and external threats compounded the problem. Invasions by neighboring Thai kingdoms, particularly the growing power of Ayutthaya, placed immense military pressure on the Khmer. The sacking of Angkor in 1431 is widely regarded as a turning point, after which the royal court relocated south to Phnom Penh. Religious transformation also reshaped the cultural landscape. Theravada Buddhism gradually replaced the state-sponsored Hinduism and Mahayana Buddhism of earlier centuries. This shift altered societal values and eroded the God-King ideology that had long underpinned Khmer rule. As royal patronage waned and political control fragmented, the city's intricate infrastructure began to deteriorate. The massive temples, once bustling with ceremonies and pilgrims, fell silent. Nature reclaimed what man had built. For centuries, Angkor lay forgotten by the outside world, known only to local communities who still regarded the temples as sacred. It wasn't until the mid-19th century that French explorers, led by Henri Mouhot, brought international attention to the ruins, igniting a global fascination that continues to this day. Yet many questions remain. Was the decline sudden or gradual? Could internal strife or disease have accelerated the fall? The ruins of Angkor still hold secrets, waiting, perhaps, for the right moment or the right eyes to uncover them. Today, Angkor Wat is not just a symbol of Cambodia, it is the beating heart of a nation's identity and a window into the ancient world. After its rediscovery in the 19th century, scholars and adventurers from around the globe flocked to the site, marveling at its grandeur and striving to decode its secrets. Restoration efforts began in earnest during the French colonial period. Early conservation was rudimentary, but it laid the groundwork for more sophisticated preservation in the modern era. Today, international teams, including experts from UNESCO, Japan, India and France, collaborate with Cambodian archaeologists to restore and protect this World Heritage Site. Technology now plays a critical role. LiDAR, light detection and ranging, surveys have revealed hidden cityscapes beneath the jungle canopy, networks of roads, temples, and reservoirs that dramatically expand our understanding of Angkor's scale. These discoveries have redefined the site, not as a lone temple complex, but as the center of one of the largest pre-industrial cities in the world. The site also faces modern threats. Tourism, while economically vital, puts strain on fragile structures. Climate change and water damage continue to endanger ancient stonework. Conservation requires a delicate balance between accessibility and protection. Yet the importance of Angkor Wat endures. It is featured on the Cambodian flag, taught in schools, and revered in spiritual traditions. Monks still walk its corridors, and pilgrims come to offer incense and prayer. Angkor Wat stands not only as a relic of the past, but as a living testament to human creativity, resilience, and spiritual longing. With each excavation and restoration, the city speaks, its stones echoing the voices of the God Kings, the artisans, and the people who once called this majestic place home. Angkor Wat is more than an ancient temple. It is a bridge between eras, linking the past with the present and offering lessons for the future. Its soaring towers and sacred corridors whisper stories of devotion, ingenuity, and human aspiration. From the God Kings who envisioned a cosmic kingdom on Earth, to the modern-day researchers who uncover hidden truths beneath the jungle floor, Angkor continues to inspire awe. The rise and fall of the Khmer Empire is a timeless tale, a reminder of the delicate balance between power and sustainability, between human ambition and the forces of nature. It teaches us the importance of respecting our environment, preserving cultural heritage, and remembering the civilizations that came before us. As the world continues to evolve, Angkor Wat stands still, watching, waiting, enduring. A silent monument not only to what once was, but to what can be achieved when humanity reaches toward the divine. So, what do you think? Was Angkor Wat purely the work of ancient human brilliance, or is there still more waiting to be uncovered beneath the jungle canopy? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. If you're fascinated by the secrets of ancient civilizations, don't miss our next video, where we explore another astonishing chapter of history. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, please give the video a like or subscribe so you never miss a new discovery.